Hey, what's going on, gamers? This is AJ.
Matt.
Eric.
So we're here with another podcast here. So this is episode 4, but it's really 3, I think. Or is it 5? It could be 5.
Yeah, it's probably 5.
It's probably 5.
Yes.
But it's really 4. Because episode 0 doesn't count. Either way, so we're back with another episode, guys. We're kind of changing it up a little bit. We're going to be playing some Tetris in the background.
Tetris Effect.
Sorry, my bad. So Tetris Effect just released this past week on the PlayStation. I downloaded it. It's an amazing game. Matt's been having a load of fun with it, so we're going to show you some playthrough with that through this podcast. We're going to go through a lot of fantastic things today. We did want to start off with a little bit of a farewell to somebody who was very influential in the, kind of like geek scene, as it were. With, pop culture, with comic books, movies, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So Stan Lee, unfortunately passed away, as we all know, this past week. Born in 1922. The dude was, I think he was 95 or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that.
So, 95 years old. He's going to be missed very dearly in this in our community, especially with just the amount of influence that he's had on pop culture in general, ranging again from comic books to movies. What would you guys say would be your favorite moments of Stan Lee?
Well, for me, there's a couple. I mean, some that So a couple of years ago, we went to Comic-Con. I went with you.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up. I didn't stand online to go see him, and I kind of wish I did.
Yeah.
But we got to walk past him, and I got to see him. He was only couple 10 feet away from me, which was kind of cool. So you're walking past the booth and he's sitting there, and it was just really cool. That I love every single one because I'm a big Marvel fan of the movies and even some other movies that he makes his little cameos in.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorite. One of my favorites was actually him on the Spider-Man game. Was one of my favorites. Still, I have to also say even the best one was actually when he made an appearance in Big Hero 6.
That was a good one.
Because I never realized that Big Hero 6 is actually a Marvel movie.
Yep. But
Pixar took it and made it into one of theirs. So it was really cool. So those are some of my favorite, most fond moments of Stan Lee. What about you, Eric?
Was it Spider-Man? I think it's when he's at the window yelling at.
I forget. I think it was probably either Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I forget which one.
He's in the window and he's yelling down. He's like, "Hey!"
I think that was 2.
Yeah,
because his appearance in Spider-Man 1 was when he was just grabbing one of the kids when they're falling.
Oh yeah.
So
what was the one where he was in the bus?
The bus. That was Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That was a hilarious one. He just splat right on the bus and he keeps on reading his paper. Oh man. Did you read any comic books when you were growing up?
No, I never did.
No? Alright, well. Alright, we're not awesome.
Hey, man.
I did. I read some, but I didn't some of my favorites were Spider-Man, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I'm a really big Spider-Man fan. I didn't read as many, comic books because I never had the money to buy them.
Right.
I was more into the video games anyway.
Because
it was easier, because it's just comic book, it's only that much story and then the rest of it is ads. So it really pissed me off when I was you're spending $1 for this magazine and you're paying for pretty much half of it as ads.
Right.
It was stupid, and I was but back in the day, when comic books originally came out, they didn't have that many ads in it. There was just an ad at the back or something like that. Not ad in the beginning, ad right in the middle. Mm-hmm. It's like commercials nowadays.
Oh well, yeah. There's everything you just freaking switch on your phone and you're getting ads. You're getting ads on your phone,
or even in movies. Movies are the same thing. Now you have product placement in every single movie.
Oh yeah.
And it's frustrating.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say that I had the adverse when I was a kid, because my mom was a single mom growing up. I couldn't afford to get as many games as I would want. So because comic books are a lot less expensive, my mom had no problem paying out $4 or $5 so I can get a comic book. opposed to a $60 or $70 game, whatever I was looking at. So I was able to follow a lot of Spider-Man, stories. My favorites were Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, and of course Superman. But I had a lot more Spider-Man comics. You shut your mouth.
Super bleeder.
I would definitely say that Stan Lee was definitely influential in my life. I would say that when we went to Comic-Con, I thought that was really cool. I had the Stan Lee, his company, that like little rubber bracelet thing that they were passing out.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember.
But I think that was really cool. I think my favorite cameo of Stan Lee's would probably be the one where he was in, what was it, Captain America, Age of Ultron, where he was doing the shots and he told
Oh yeah, he plays one of the World War II veterans.
Yeah.
And Thor is like, this is not for mere mortals. And he's like, we stormed the beaches or something. I'm like, give me one of that.
Yeah,
and he's like, whoa.
They drag him out, and he's like, Excelsior.
Yeah. I forgot about that one. That was a good one.
That was awesome. I freaking laughed my ass off on that part every single time. So that would definitely be my favorite Stan Lee cameo. But so we just kind of wanted to do a nice little quick send off for
an homage.
A nice little homage. Hopefully, maybe we'll be able to put like a nice little edit for a couple of pictures here and there or something.
I will try.
Post edit.
I will try.
But moving right along, so our next topic is the game that we're playing right now. So we're actually going to switch over to some gameplay right now. This is Tetris Effect.
Oh my god!
So Matt, tell us a little bit more.
So Tetris Effect is made by the same guy that made Luminous. This game was in production for a couple years now. He's been trying to get it done for a couple of years. It's a visual, music-based Tetris game. You could definitely see it's got a lot of things going for it. You can use this also in the VR. I haven't had the opportunity to use it in VR because I don't own one yet. But I'm so excited that a new Tetris game finally came out instead of like one of the ones for the phone. But I don't know. I know you've been playing it too, AJ. What do you think about it?
Absolutely, I love the visual style of it. The music isn't my traditional music I listen to. I'm mostly more of like heavy metal, hard rock, things like that make your head hurt. So to have a nice atmospheric music to it, it's because I'm also a musician, so I just love the music aspect of it. I would definitely say that's my favorite part of it. It starts off slow, it brings you into it. When you go into further missions, there's actually like a campaign or an adventure mode to it. So when you get further and further down, it becomes a little more difficult, and it actually helps you. It starts like where Matt is on level 6.
Yeah, so it went from like level 1 to level 6.
Yes.
And I could feel the vibrations. We don't have the... You guys can probably hear the music, but right now we have it turned down so we can hear each other.
True, that'd be good. I'm very loud as it is.
But yeah, you can feel it through the controller. It's just the whole game is just a really good game, and they have areas where you can do. I don't remember how to do it. Oh, it's because I'm in endless. That's why. But you can slow down time, and you can eventually get a. I forget what the name of it is. It's like when you get 16 lines in one shot.
Oh, well, I know that if we get 4 or 5, it's called a Tetris.
Yeah, well, 4 and 5 is a Tetris, but they have one where you can get actually up to 16 lines in a thing, and it's called, like, some crazy thing, and I can't remember exactly what it is.
We'll call it the crazy thing for now.
It's like a... Oh, man, it's gonna bother me now. Anyway, but the game itself is actually a lot of fun. It's different. I like the aspect of the music. I'm not a musician. I'm terrible. AJ can attest to that.
No, I give you more props than that.
Can you whistle?
I could whistle, yeah,
You're
but
a musician.
He whistles while he works.
Yeah. Stop. But But it's just it's a good time. It's a lot of fun. I mean, as you can tell, you can see that it's getting faster and faster and faster, like most Tetris games.
Wait till you hit speed level 12.
Well, it's like almost like in it's like in Tetris, like the original Tetris. Have you seen the person that did got the world record?
No.
He cleared 150 what is it, 200 lines or 100 lines? Okay, but he actually got a score of 300,000 in like no time flat, and he accidentally broke the record. He beat it, and he was the first one to do it sub. I think it was like some crazy number. I think it was like 5 minutes or something like that. It was nuts, and he accidentally did it on Twitch.
How do you accidentally break a record like that? That's crazy.
You play it so often. It's just
Yeah, he's a world champion at Tetris. Pretty much that's all he plays.
Probably like went back to his recording. Like, oh.
No, he
I did a thing.
he failed it, and he couldn't figure out he really failed it, and then he all of a sudden he just goes, and he's looking back, and the people in his chat are like, you just broke a world record, and he's like, accidental world record. Oh my god! Like it was so crazy. Like I gotta show you the video later. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
But as you can tell, I'm really sucking right now. I'm trying so hard, but I can't.
This is the comeback right here.
There it is. There it is.
No!
Oh, it's over.
Wait and wait for it.
Hey!
Oh!
All right, let's stop.
But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it.
But it's fun.
Damn.
Oh.
All right, I tried.
New record. Game over. So the what was it? Tetris is actually originally for the Game Boy. I think that was the Game Boy's first.
The original Tetris was made as an arcade.
As an arcade.
Yeah, and then the first like real iteration of it, from what I know, was on the Nintendo, because the NES.
Really?
And then they adjusted it to the Game Boy. And then so I mean, I had Tetris 1 and 2 up there. So it's one of those games, and the goal of the original Tetris, I think, was to either beat 100 lines or 200 lines. I can't remember. I think it was 200 lines. No, it was 100 lines, because that was really hard in that game. You start off at like bottom level and then whatever, but it's crazy. And that game actually goes up to, in the original one, it goes up to level 27. And people say that it's actually statistically too hard, and it froze on us, so we might have to cut that out.
Son of a beehive. Sweetness!
I didn't do my job.
Yeah, you didn't do your job, Eric. I'll have to bring that back.
I was focused on your Tetris talk.
Like I said, this game was probably put together for a couple of years. The guy who created Luminous, I can't remember the guy's name. I'm sure I'll put it in below everything. And he wanted to make a Tetris game for a long time, but it won't be like, sometimes you get a game and it's not an official Tetris product. This game is an actual official Tetris product. What's really cool is, since you're using a VR is a headset, you put it on, and you can look around the world, and you get really involved and really into it. And it looks so cool. This game is the only reason why I'm even considering maybe getting a PSVR. Because of Tetris game. I want to play it so badly. And also that new game that came out, Astrobot. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
It's like the best. They say it's the best VR game on the system right now.
Really?
They say, yeah.
And who are they?
It got all these awards, like IGN. All of this gave them like 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, it got some really good ratings, because it's a platformer, but it's all VR. But you're the, like, I guess, the god, and you're sitting back, kind of like the same kind of aspect of like how Trover's universe is going to be. Okay. Very similar to that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I wish, like, certain games like that, they have a VR version and a non-VR version. Because there are a lot of games that come out like that are on VR, but you can't play them that could be played by itself without VR,
Right.
but they put them on there anyway. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I don't understand why they don't have it like in a normal thing. Like Trover's Universe, you can use it in VR, but you don't have to. It's like this game. We could play it like this without VR, but it has the capabilities of having VR added on top of it. I think that will make VR take that next step, because so long as you don't have to have like the crazy head apparatus thing to do it, but it would be cool. Like you're moving it around.
Yes, I am. I like that thing.
Woo!
And that's one of the things that you can do in VR. You tilt your head back, forward. You can bring it closer, get farther away. You can do all that stuff in the VR game itself.
I like options. Cool. Options are fun for me because I would want video games are made for your enjoyment and want to bring you into a universe. So obviously, you always want to be in charge of your own universe.
Yeah.
So if you don't have any options, or you have to do a certain thing this way, and you'd rather do it a different way.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Do you call me babe?
Dude.
I could have sworn you called me babe. I was about
said
to say,
dude.
I'm not your babe. Can you call me babe?
No. We've known each other for too long to say that.
You got it, babe. I'm trying to build up a wall so I can get some more points here. Alright, so what is the next topic of discussion?
The next topic of discussion, can't speak today apparently, is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
This is your area of expertise.
So this is my area of expertise. The games came out on Friday. We are recording this on Sunday. So I've had... Normally around this time I usually only have about... I'd say about an hour or two to play the game. I've already put in about 10 to 15 hours into that game already over the last 2 days. The game is awesome. I enjoy it. It's so much fun. I put up a video on the channel on my YouTube, YouTube/Devoted Saint. Shameless plug. And it's also on the All4Gamerz website. I put it up there. The game is a lot of fun. If you guys played the original Pokemon games, like Red and Blue.
I watched Red vs. Blue.
I know. Red and Blue, it's that same game, but it has a little bit of a different twist to it. Instead of you having the rival of Gary or Blue in the game, you actually have a choice. It's a different rival.
Okay.
And you can name him whatever you want, and he has the opposite of what you choose. So I've been playing through the Pikachu version. I have Pikachu as my starter. And it's just, the game is really cool. The mechanic is a little off, like I would say. It's a good game, but I want to be able to aim where I throw the Pokeball. Like in this game, you don't aim.
You just throw.
Like you literally just do the throwing mechanic, and that's what it is. So it's kind of annoying, but also like you have to wait until, like, the only way that I know that you can aim is actually having the Switch in handheld mode. So instead, when you have the Switch in handheld mode, you actually use the gyros in the whole Switch itself, and you can actually, that's how you aim the Pokeball. So the Pokeball is in dead center, and you can aim it that way. So it's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
But on the actual game, I've been playing with the Pokeball Plus. So I have the Pokeball Plus. I've been using that. It's really cool. Yeah.
Got some weight to it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of weight to it. It's got the gyros. The actual button is a button and a...
That's pretty cool. Oh.
And a joystick.
Okay.
Did you break it?
No, he made it light up.
I actually kind of like that. I hope they use that for other games too.
So, what's really... What was that?
I have Growlithe in there.
Oh, it doesn't have the step...
Yeah, it's a pedometer. So
Okay.
you could put Pokemon in here, and you can actually walk with them, you play with them, and each...
Alright, stop.
Well, no, I was doing it for the mic. But you can then, you can walk with them. It becomes a Pokeball, like, it's the thing for Pokemon Go.
Mhm.
You could put a Pokemon from Pokemon Go in there, and you can use that as to walk and get your pedometer and everything. So it's really cool. It's different.
Motherfucker!
Oh,
I died!
you didn't even come close.
Alright.
So,
No one judged me.
I got D.
Shut
How many
up.
lines did you get?
it shows my high score. My high score was 57,000, and I had 80 something lines.
You
Damn
turn
it.
these.
Huh?
I don't know how to turn them.
Oh, so circles to turn.
Yeah.
L1 is to bank
Okay.
a Tetris. If you hit up, that automatically brings it down, and then you can hit down to try to place it someplace.
This is weird.
If that makes sense. And then you
So,
can also use
But the game
directions.
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee is just it's a great game for if you play the original and you want a home what? If you want if you want to like to relive your childhood. If you grew up like me and you played the games, you're gonna want to play this game, and it makes life a lot easier because you can still also do if you're very into like competitive gaming, like especially competitive Pokemon, you can get ones with 6 IVs, which is the individual values.
Mm-hmm.
You can get shinies in the game, but it's only the original 151 Pokemon because it's from the original game.
So you said that it was because I was too busy trying to actually do good in Tetris. So you're saying that it was it's like the original Red and
Yes, it's the same map, same pretty much everything in the thing, but you can choose either between a boy or a girl. In the original games, you can only have a boy,
right,
and it was
Red,
and his name was Red,
right,
and then your rival is Blue.
Mm.
But in this game, it's got different, so it has all the common types from the newer games. So and you can actually get the Alolan. I know.
Really, really upset.
No, he just wants to play.
Let the boy play.
And you can also get all the Alolan versions. So in Pokemon Sun and Moon, you got some of the original Pokemon actually had an Alolan version. But in the original in Sun and Moon, you actually have these are what?
The map or
No, the block. So like if it's like this, can I rotate it or not?
That's as far as it goes. You just rotate it. Oh my gosh!
Growlithe, you bitch!
I'm really blowing this one. Dude.
Oh,
No, you do it, dude. What? Oh, curse? Oops.
No, he said the F word before. He
Did
said
you
the
really?
F word.
When the fuck did I say
Oh,
that?
I want to restart. I keep pressing up
Sorry.
there. I want a new word. Restart.
A new restart? You can't do a new restart. What
No, I
kind of
restarted
restart?
because I keep pressing up because I
Oh,
don't...
you restart your game.
Yes.
You suck.
See, can I rotate it so it doesn't have to fall that way?
You could press this,
What did that
and
do?
it saves it
banked
off
it.
to the side.
Oh, I pressed up again, but actually,
You suck.
can we,
Alright,
I need
so
a button for that.
With
Seems
Pokemon,
bonkers,
there's a
bro.
lot of things that are coming out. Oh my god, dude!
Dude, your
Seriously,
Growlithe
this
is...
I'm
Growlithe
sorry,
is
it was my-
insane.
I'm the
You
one
woke
that did
him
it.
up, and now he wants to go out and potty. We need to feed
He's
him now.
He's got to do duties.
Oh my gosh. So, needless to say, the game is a lot of fun. I haven't gotten to the point where you could put your Pokemon Go Pokemon into the game yet.
Okay, so you can connect that, because
Yes.
I was reading about that, which is...
Yeah, you could take... So if you have all of your Pokemon from Pokemon Go, you can actually transfer it into your game, and then you go into this... It's called the Pokemon Go Park.
Okay.
And when you go into the Pokemon Go Park, that's where you can capture all of those Pokemon.
Like how they originally did, like, with the Pokemon Stadium, like, back on the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But instead of them just transferring over,
Thank you.
I turned them off.
You didn't... Why didn't you do
Why,
that
yeah,
before?
why didn't you do that?
I didn't. I forgot that I could turn it off. I've only had it for 2 days, dudes.
Oh.
Come on. I don't know everything.
This game's killing me. Can I change it to a button?
What?
I said I don't like pressing up by accident because I'm stupid.
All right, so Dark Souls is not my game, and Tetris is obviously.
Can we play
not
Dark Souls?
Eric's.
Do you have Dark Souls?
No,
Oh
I do
God,
not
we
have
don't
it.
have enough whiskey for
This
that.
is
right
the
now.
Dark Souls of Tetris.
Oh, I do have whiskey downstairs if you want to try.
No,
but
no,
you
no.
said
I
you
said
only have an hour.
enough. Yeah, exactly. I gotta go car shopping a little bit, and I gotta be
I think
sober,
I messed
probably
up
by
again,
then.
guys.
All right, so we. do you want us to go back to where it's all of us instead of the game, so you don't have to?
No, I haven't played Tetris before ever. So.
What, ever?
Well, probably like some nasty version that isn't real. If that makes sense.
Puyo Puyo?
What?
Yeah, that
What'd you
is
call
it. So yeah, the game, like, it's got a lot of cool things going for it, and I can't wait to get to that point. He keeps pressing
I
up.
press up by accident every single time.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool features in it, and I'm like really excited to use them, but I just haven't had a chance to get to that far. You have to get you have to go to Saffron City,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of also where the Safari Zone used to be.
Okay.
Or at least I'm thinking it was. Yeah, I think it was a Safari Zone, and that's where you can go and transfer all the Pokemon over.
Okay, that's cool.
So it's cool. Like I have an Articuno, a Moltres, and a Zapdos in my Pokemon Go, and I can transfer those over into Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But once you transfer them over, you can't transfer them back.
Now, so the difference between the Let's Go Pokemon games between Pikachu and Eevee, they're the same exact game, I'm assuming, only you start off with Pikachu and you start off with Eevee.
Yes.
So what's the point of buying both of them then?
Because they're exclusive games to. There's exclusive Pokemon to Pikachu and exclusive Pokemon to Eevee. So
Okay.
like
Well, I
in
thought
the
you get all 151.
you can get them, but you have to trade. Like that's with every other Pokemon game.
Okay.
There's some exclusives in one, then the other. So like in
Which
this
is why
one,
the incentive of
Pikachu, you can get an Oddish.
Mm-hmm.
So Oddish evolves from an Oddish to a Gloom to a Vileplume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's that one. Now in Eevee, you get a Bellsprout. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, Victory Bell. Those are in the ones that I know of right now. I haven't played the Eevee version. My wife has been playing it, so she hasn't. Obviously, she's not as far as I am because I've been playing a lot more.
I could have sworn you would have been beaten like twice over by now.
Well, I haven't had time. I have 2 kids, and my kids, when they see a Pokemon, the Pokeball come out, they want to play and they want to catch. So they know how to throw the Pokeball and catch the Pokemon. But
Very expensive game to catch.
well, no, they know to hold it.
Okay, well that's good.
But it's definitely.
Damn it.
There you go.
It's so instinctual to just rotate.
But yeah, so it's just the whole game is really cool, and they actually also introduced a new Pokemon that you actually have to get through Pokemon Go. Then you can transfer it into and this is the first time they've done it, where they introduce a brand new Pokemon into this. So would you like me to switch back over?
Yeah.
No, you're gonna keep doing?
No, because I can't talk about this because I haven't played it. So I'd rather just look stupid on stupid.
Okay, whatever you want to do. If you want to keep doing it.
I'd rather look stupid on this stupid thing. Okay.
So what they introduced was this Pokemon called Meltan.
Okay.
So he looks like a Ditto with a giant nut on the top of his head.
Okay.
Swear to God, that's exactly what like a
testicle nut or a nut nut.
Like a screw nut. All right.
You're more specific.
He looks like he has a little screw nut on his head.
Okay.
And then he evolves into this thing called a Melmetal. And you actually have to capture a whole bunch of these Pokemon in the game, and they actually announced it by just releasing him into the world, and no one knew what it was, but it ended up being a Ditto. And everyone's like, who the hell is this little Pokemon that just showed up, and we have no idea what it is? Like, it just showed up in the game one day, and we're like, what the fuck is that? This is gonna be our new cursing thing. I'm just gonna put my finger up. But it was crazy because it just popped up and it didn't have any name, nothing. And then when you caught it, it actually transferred back to being a Ditto. So it was like weird. Like we were like,
And
what
this
is
is in game.
This was in Pokemon Go.
That's interesting.
And then then they finally announced that it was going to be a new Pokemon that you can only get when you transfer between Pokemon Go and Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Okay.
So it was really cool. So they just announced a brand new Pokemon for these games, and it was really interesting how they did it, and I thought that was a really cool idea. And I'm not, like, you could watch my video. It's probably a half hour long, and it's just me rambling for like a half hour, but I enjoy it. I was thinking about it, and I was like, I was gonna stop it halfway through, and then I got back on topic and I started rambling again. So
Nice.
you could take it for what it is, but I enjoy the game.
A rant video.
Yeah, it's a rant video gameplay. I don't even know if I think I did beat Lieutenant Surge. No, I didn't. I didn't even go to him. I went on the St. Anne, which was the little ship.
Oh, okay, right. Doesn't it get sunken like at one point in the game?
No.
In the anime.
In the anime, it does.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Well, I mean,
that's where you kill Gary's Eradicate.
Supposedly kill Gary.
Yeah.
Proven.
Can you stop making noises, the person who doesn't exist on this podcast?
All right,
If
so
it was like right trigger, this would be so much easier.
yes, I was actually just about to say the same thing. Like, because you kill Gary's Eradicate or Blue's Eradicate, apparently, when you fight him on the ship, he goes from having Eradicate to then in the original games. Then you meet him in Lavender Town, and you're like, why is he up in the thing? And he's like, oh, never mind, and he didn't.
And he had one last Pokemon.
And he had a different Pokemon instead of Eradicate.
Yeah.
So that's where in Lavender Town's the town where they have the Memorial Pokemon Tower that people go there to see their dead Pokemon. So it was just
freaking morbid as hell.
oh yeah, it was so morbid. And I mean, come on, look at the saddest Pokemon out of all of them. It's got to be Cubo. He wears the skull of his dead mother.
Allegedly.
No, that's what it says in the
allegedly?
game. That's what it says
that
in the
in the
game.
Pokedex?
It's not canon.
Yeah, it's in the Pokedex.
Yeah.
He wears the skull of his dead
Not
mother.
canon. They didn't know what they were doing back then, let's be honest.
Oh, it's still there.
It could have been a translation mistake.
Dude, in the...
Fudge. Ooh, almost a slip. Okay,
No, but in the card game, because me and my wife just got back into the card game, Pokemon card game, and there's this one card, and it's Cubone, and he's staring off into the sun, into the clouds, and there's a cloud that looks like Marowak. And I was like, you assholes! It's insane! Like, they're such dicks! Because it's the saddest looking card ever.
There's. Oh wow.
Okay.
So isn't there one? All right. So just to finish the conversation, because I'm just to have this on my brain. Isn't there a Pokemon that's new or new-ish? It looks like it's like a dead zombified Pikachu or something like that, but it's like the souls of children or something stupid.
No, it's Mimikyu.
Yeah.
So basically, the reason it's a ghost fairy type Pokemon, but no one actually knows what it really looks like, because it wears this costume that looks like Pikachu because it wanted to be as popular as Pikachu. Because Pikachu is the favorite, everyone loves Pikachu. He wanted to become the next Pikachu, but he's actually horrifying. Whoever sees his original form dies.
Jesus, and this is a kid's game?
Well, no. It's Pokemon. It's not a kid's game.
Well,
Kids aren't gonna read that shit and understand it. Only the adults are.
I don't know. I don't think. I think the kids would read it, but they probably just won't take too much.
Like, I don't want to. I just want Pikachu.
Yeah, he's adorable. I don't want that Pikachu. He looks scary. And then I don't want to die. All right, so.
So let's transition to the next one. The next one is something you wanted to bring up.
Yes, well, actually, this is, and we're gonna do our shout-outs for everybody more towards the end of the episode, where we got a lot, our ideas. We want this to be, interactive as possible for our growing audience on Instagram, on Twitter.
Well, we could do it
Not really
in
so
the
much on
part
Facebook,
in
though.
what we're talking about. So we can
Yeah.
definitely do it now.
Well, absolutely.
Remember who
So-
said this one?
I do, actually, because this is from our really good friends over at SharePlayer1, who wanted us to discuss that.
Hi, Carlos.
So this one is more about, I love Doom, but I really wish I knew more about it, so this is why I need to bring this up, actually. So, Carlos and SharePlayer1 wanted us to talk about the, basically how Doom and Wolfenstein are interwoven. So, for those who don't know, Doom originally came out on a PC back in the early 90s, as well as Wolfenstein did. So it was a really big debate of which one had actually come out first. Didn't really do too much research on it to figure out which one came first. Kind of just did like about a minute or two of research and said, alright, screw it, we'll use that.
Who does research?
Right, research. Research is for people who,
search.
Not us, or me. Yeah, and they do the read and everything.
Oof.
Yeah, that's probably a bad word.
Yikes.
So, edit that out. So, we're gonna, what are you doing?
I pressed the button again.
He's on level 2.
This is like his fourth
I press
time.
up by accident every single time.
It's like his 4th time playing it.
No.
So this is gonna be edited out, I'm hoping. So
No.
Doom Eternal,
I do
no.
too.
I'm leaving it all of this.
I hope we can set it out too.
So Doom Eternal is gonna be released, Q1 of 2019. So I cannot wait. I have Doom on my PlayStation.
You're
my
skating
Xbox.
the question.
I know. Shut up. I'm trying to find out what I put up before.
Oh, buddy.
So. Oh, that's why I
You
can't
Dark Souls?
find it. Hold on 1 second. You're definitely gonna have
So
to actually edit this out.
what SharePlayer1 and Carlos wanted to say was the fact of the matter that Doom and Wolfenstein, the characters are related. So the Slayer in Doom is related to the main character in Wolfenstein.
Yes.
Now,
Who said
the
this?
reason why I have no idea who said this, but
Well,
the
we
reason
talked
why
about
we're
before.
giving it to AJ because he's the one who's played most of these. I haven't played Doom since probably the PC version. I still actually own the PC version, but I also what?
I pressed the up button again.
Would you like me to play? So I've never actually played Wolfenstein. I think I might have played it on like Wolfenstein 3D on the computer.
Dude,
maybe
that game
once.
was so much fun. That was actually one of the first games I played. Yeah, on my PC was Wolfenstein, and I legit thought I was playing Doom because it didn't actually have the title of it. It just went into the gameplay. I had one of those remember those freaking cheapo CDs that you would get with 10 hours or 15 hours of AOL. So it came with those freaking free games, 72 free games or something.
Yeah, something like that. I forgot.
Crazy, absolutely crazy.
It sounds like malware.
Back in the day, those were called games. You young.
I mean, I got them too. I'm not that much younger. You guys are just old.
Oh, ow,
Ooh.
damn, what a butthole.
Dick.
Right? I'm gonna go for number 3 and just go, you wanna ask someone?
No.
No.
I'll play Dark Souls though. You got me in the brain.
Right?
Now I look
God.
like an idiot.
No, I mean,
No,
well,
you don't look like an idiot.
No, you just
I look like an idiot.
No,
Just
you
gotta
do
stop.
not.
Tetris.
Just stop. Nice.
I got 2 of those.
See, dude,
At
nice.
least.
Way to go, bro.
Look at that.
So yeah, we wanted to talk about how Wolfenstein and Doom
This
are
is totally
interwoven. Going completely off script. I'm losing the cell phone. I can't find what I did before, but was reading an article about how somebody had asked a question about how Captain Keen, the Doom guy,
Slayer.
now, well, no, he was actually known as Doom Guy for the longest time until 2016, where he's now known as the Doom Slayer. So, yeah. So, how Doom Guy, Captain Keen, and BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein are apparently all related. So I didn't really read too much about the article, but it's very interesting to find out that those 3 characters from id Software are actually indeed confirmed by, I think it was co-creator from id Software, that they are all related. So it's no longer an assumption or anything that everybody would just kind of guess on to see if they were. So it's been confirmed for realsies now.
Did you guys know that Luigi and Mario are related?
Isn't Mario and Luigi Mario?
How many Marios are in between?
Not
the
no
two?
relation. Just same last name.
No, there's 3 Marios. There's Mario and Luigi Mario.
Jumpman Mario.
Jumpman Mario. Yeah.
Paper Mario.
So, you know what? Really off topic because I sucked with the whole entire
Off topic,
Doom thing.
really?
No, because I sucked with the Doom thing. So who's excited for the Super Mario Illumination release?
What is
Oh,
that?
what?
Super Mario Illumination movie? You guys really didn't hear?
Oh yeah, they're making a live action movie.
Not live action. It's gonna be like
is
the
it?
Minions. like Minions and Despicable Me. It's gonna be it's gonna be
cool.
cartoon.
Oh, I thought you meant they were gonna have minions dressed up as Mario.
That's actually a really awesome idea.
No, it's not. That is a horrible
Put
idea.
like some mustaches on them, throw some bananas, and let them go.
They already did. No, they have what's it called? They have Ubisoft's Rabbids. So why would they need minions? It's the same idea.
Ooh, that's true.
They would just do a Rabbids movie if they want to get the kids in the seats.
Oh my god, the trifecta. There's Rabbids dressed as Minions, dressed as Mario.
And Donkey Kong.
And
Funky Kong.
alright, so obviously I bombed the whole entire Doom thing. I should have done more research. But
I think you did great.
these things I appreciate that.
You know,
play so well.
You guys gotta do research sometimes. You know, we can't do it all for you. We're all busy. We got stuff to do. You guys, here's your homework.
Right, so everybody, here's your homework. Go find out how Doom and Wolfenstein are interwoven and how the Minions are Super Mario.
Really, the Rabbids
the
dressed up.
Rabbids and stuff.
When did they announce that?
About a year or two ago, actually.
Really? I've never heard of it.
And then
Wait,
Sonic was.
so since we're gonna go to this,
Oh!
Detective Pikachu, Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh.
That
That
looks
was something I
fucking
never
hilarious.
even knew I wanted.
Looks hilarious.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
wait. Hey, if you, I will shock you. Wait, you can understand me? I've been so lonely. And then Mr. Mime. What is he saying? Shove it.
That's it, I'm done playing good cop.
And then he runs and hits the barrier. And then falls down. I did not see that one coming. Alright, so what do you guys think about that? I think it's kind of creepy, but kind of cool at the same time.
I love the trailer. I've seen it at least 3 times.
Yeah, like you weren't into Pokemon as much as I am.
Oh.
And I can definitely say that. No, I know because we used to hang out and he would never like me and
We used to hang out.
Well, yeah, that's true. We
It's
still
all
hang
business
out.
now, guys.
No, we used
Friendships.
when we were kids in school, we would always play the games. And then once I think like Pokemon Yellow came out, you were like, eh.
Yeah, wasn't really big.
You were always playing like Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins.
That was my jam. I love that game.
Okay, so but like me and our other buddy would always play it. Me and Hanson.
Yeah. You guys.
We
were
would
really
always
big
play
with
Pokemon all the time. But it's just like once I saw that Ryan Reynolds was Pikachu, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest. This is gonna be the greatest movie of our
I
time.
want Danny DeVito and The Rock back.
And
That was the
Rock.
original cast. Was
Really?
Danny DeVito and The Rock.
What? That's awesome.
Okay, so Danny DeVito, I can see actually being pretty damn hysterical.
But who would he be?
He would be
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
He was gonna be Pikachu, and who The Rock was
The
gonna
Rock
be
was gonna be the nerd from the stupid Jurassic World movies.
That would have been really funny.
What? Those movies were. Ooh, they were good.
So not a
They
big
were
fan of
exciting.
it.
That guy's face just reminds me of that movie.
I like.
You know,
it.
in Alright, hold on. Not
Oh.
Declaration.
Rant.
Rant.
What was it called? National Treasure.
Yes.
If you take that kid with the glasses out, who is the comic relief,
Yeah,
that movie would have been like amazingly good.
I thought
I
he was
would've
perfectly fine in that
No.
movie.
He wasn't.
I
There
can
was
tell why.
Alright, you can like
I-
there were
first one-
absolutely reshoots.
If they took him out of the second movie, I'd be fine with it.
No.
The
they
first
had to take the
movie,
first one.
he was fine in.
But that kid in National Treasure is basically the kid that's playing the guy in Detective Pikachu.
Just
But
different
when
skin
he was
color.
in. Go on. Excuse you.
But it's true.
Yeah. No, but that's who he played.
He's
in
ethnically
Jurassic
correct.
World. Okay.
Ethnic.
But he played that same character that was the character in National Treasure, but he played that in Jurassic World, where
Yeah.
he just had random pan zoom things where he's just like being an idiot. And
Well,
now he's
yeah.
in this movie, and now I'm just mad all the time when I see it.
Well, because he's in Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. That's the one.
Yes.
You're talking.
But
He
it
wasn't in
reminds
the
me
first
of
one.
like the.
I still have to see Fallen Kingdom.
Well, that's the guy we're
Don't
talking
watch
about.
it. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Don't
I
watch
like the
it.
first one though.
No, it's
I
not
have
good.
it on Blu-ray. I'll let you borrow it.
It's fun to watch, but it's not a good movie.
I don't
But
care.
that's why I watch movies. I watch it because if it's fun to watch.
I don't care if a movie sucks. I'm still gonna watch it.
I'd
One of my
prefer-
favorite movies that everyone says sucks horribly is the Mario Brother movie. It's
No, but there's
horrible,
an
but
extreme-
it's funny.
There's like
It
a
is
difference
horrible.
between a bad movie
But
and
it's
a movie
great.
that's
It's
bad.
great for its one-liners.
But it's so bad it's good kind of movie.
Yeah,
Which is fine.
You know what? I think it actually grew into the whole. It's so bad. It's
It's a
good
cult
now.
classic.
Yeah, like when it came out, and then no, it does not follow
Like
any
Nightmare on Elm
source
Street.
material.
I don't care.
So bad
It's
good.
great. I
Yeah.
always thought that movie was great, especially the Goombas.
I think you're biased.
I think I liked it more when I was a kid, but now that I'm actually like looking at it a little more analytical, I'm just like,
Can we go back to how stupid this movie's probably gonna be?
Which one?
The new Detective Pikachu.
No, it's not gonna be stupid.
2 out of
It's
3.
gonna be amazing.
Okay, well he has a contradicting opinion. Why do you think it's gonna be stupid?
Well, if they didn't have live action people in it, I probably would have liked it. Because the
Okay, I can see
the
that.
art direction looks really good, but then you add a person in there, and then it hits.
It looks a little
uncanny valley.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a cool direction that they went with more realistic Pokemon,
Mhm.
which is an interesting direction because the games and everything, they're very cartoony and
Mhm.
very vibrant, but you put them into a dark, like, movie setting with real actual dark things. So it's interesting. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know about you, but apparently, so there were some images roaming around the internet of like this artist taking Pokemon and making them realistic.
I've
That's
seen a lot
this-
of those. Yeah.
But you've seen those realistic drawings? Well, the person that started it is actually the art director on this movie.
That's cool.
So he went from just doing these random things, and then he ends up making these crazy realistic. I mean, I thought the funniest one to me was the Jigglypuff. Like,
They look
I
so
thought it
gross.
was that Jigglypuff looks so weird, but so funny at the same time. I mean, the Charizard looked really
That
ridiculous.
looks badass.
Dude, it just
And Greninja kind of looked weird. to
no.
me.
Did you see the thing that they used for the green screen? It has like the actual full. They made a 3D model of the head, and
Yeah.
you could see like all the.
The tongue.
Yeah, you can see the taste buds all over the tongue. It's
Yeah.
nasty. That's
Yeah, it looks
disgusting.
so cool.
No one wants to see that.
I thought it.
No.
Was, I thought it looked
No,
cool.
it's-
I mean,
no,
I
'cause-
thought it looked really.
Because you're like, oh man, it'd be so cool if Pokemon were real, and then you see these things and you're like, ew. Like, who
Yeah,
who
I
would
mean,
want
what,
that?
what the flying rat's ass is a Pokemon actually gonna look like, though? You think they're
Like
gonna be
Jigglypuff, would you have to imagine would you have to imagine like it just looks nasty, bro. Like
Yeah.
you know, like you have to clean your pets and stuff. It'd be like that, but they'd be like gross and somewhat,
Yeah, but my
smart.
pets aren't gonna be freaking
But they're, like,
throwing
smart.
fire out of their mouth.
But they're like smarter than a normal pet.
No, my pets are pretty dumb.
Yeah, I'm. Come on, man.
all right,
but-
so
No, I'm not done.
you're not done.
He's
oh
not
shit!
done. He's
I
got to go on
forgot.
a rant.
I forgot what I
Okay.
was about to say.
Well,
So-
do we want to then
Oh.
transfer into something after this?
So-
or-
Oh yeah, like okay.
The other thing too is the more realistic it gets, the kind of because it's people like you have these things fighting, and it's like you're forcing them to fight for your pleasure, and then the more realistic they get, the kind of more messed up it looks. So like if they're an actual
do you know
battle,
what PETA stands for?
Yeah.
People eat tasty animals.
Yes. But you know what I mean though. It's kind of you can kind of draw.
No, it's
Comparison
okay.
to it.
It's a computer generated Pokemon.
Yeah, but it's a kids movie.
No. Ryan
not
Reynolds is in it. It's not a kids movie.
If he doesn't think
He was
Pokemon
in
itself is a
he was
kid's
in
game.
what's that other movie? Green Lantern.
Oh god, do
kids
you have to
movie.
talk about that? Jesus,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Oh, Blake Lively though.
I don't know.
You can't say anything.
I
I don't
have
like
no
it.
opinion.
It's too realistic. They're gonna have to take some stuff out to make it PG-13.
You can't say anything.
I could say a lot of things. Blake Lively is a nice person.
How dare you? She's a nice lady.
Oh god, ow.
For people who don't know, AJ's girlfriend is off to the side, and he can't say anything.
I could say plenty of things like the and but. I can say butts a lot.
So, all right. Now
My
we're gonna
turn.
roll into this because one of our listeners or one of our followers wanted to hear your rant.
Actually, he works with the All4Gamerz.
That's true, Ryan.
This Ryan. Yep, follow him on
Inside
Instagram.
follower.
Inside follow. He also
Inside
does
follow.
our Twitch streams.
Yes, he does.
So he wanted to know Eric's opinion of Fallout 76.
Twitch.tv/All4Gamerz1.
No,
A4GZ.
A4GZ.
A4GZ1.
Because AJ didn't put it out the last time, and I tried for an hour and a half trying
We're
to find
still on this?
Yes!
Good God.
Because
We're
you were
not
like,
that
oh, it's
Russian
All4Gamerz 1. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I was right. It is All4Gamerz 1.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
not...
abbreviated.
Yeah, not abbreviating it. Dumb. Whatever. Alright.
You dingus.
He wants to know your opinion on Fallout 76. Now, you have...
Good.
It looks good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh.
I actually was about to buy it
Until...
yesterday. Until, nothing.
Come on, just...
I don't know. I don't really have to say anything. It's not like a rant. It's like, it's a stupid game.
It's a stupid game.
But
The
why?
rant
Why?
should be on people. The people that wanted it.
Okay.
Because, right? Elder Scrolls Oblivion and then Fallout 3 came out, and everybody's like, man, this would be sick if it was an RPG. And what do? They have ESO. No one plays that. They're like, oh, okay. So they don't want us to outsource it to a different company and use a different engine. They want it to be the actual engine, the one that we've been using for 10 plus years that doesn't work for multiplayer because it's not a multiplayer based engine. Okay. We'll figure it out probably, maybe. They didn't figure it out.
Yeah. Well, but we were also talking about it the last time. We were like, when we were talking about Fallout 76, we were like, this game is probably going to have a lot of problems the first...
I thought it was going to be the AI was going to be the issue, but the issue is that the engine is just not made to be online.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's why it's got so much good, I don't know if modability is a word, but you can mod it very easily.
You can make it a word.
Well, I know on I feel like all of the things that we were watching, like, because Eric showed us a video of
It's like 20 minutes of just streamers and
streamers and having problems
Yeah.
with Fallout 76.
getting
I think a
stuck.
majority of it was mostly on PC, but I think there were a couple of like console players in there. I know I've played the game. I've probably only spent about an hour in the game. It's fun. I mean, it's definitely not what you'd expect from a Fallout game because I've only played a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
But Fallout 4 it was polished. It was nice. You could still, you can mod the game, but you also like the VATs that worked in that, but you can't do that in a multiplayer game.
It doesn't work the same.
It doesn't work the same because instead of it slowing down time, it just shows it goes from like a 1% chance to a 97% chance of hitting a headshot in like half a second, and it continuously goes back and forth, and it's weird.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Now, if they did the same engine but with like Skyrim instead, I feel like that probably would have worked better. But Fallout was a more recent game and it looked better,
yeah,
so I get that. But they already had ESO, which made more sense to make the MOBA first, or I mean the MMO first. I don't know. They're in a bad spot.
but I think like
Just a
have
bad
you
spot.
played Elder Scrolls Online?
I tried to, and then I had the issues that everybody else had when they tried to.
Yeah,
like,
it was really buggy.
Yeah, there was an issue with the anti-cheat. What is it? Anti-cheat system.
Well, and
that
that's
they
the
built
same
in.
system that's in this game, and people apparently you can
Oh yeah.
like go into it and you can just
I-
make people just completely miss you, and it doesn't matter.
I wrote about the one that was in Monster Hunter that people, I forgot the name of it, but there's issues they found issues in frame rate for some games, so it's like performance issues, and at the same time it doesn't even protect anybody because they break it within like a month anyway. So that's the anti-piracy.
Yeah. Well, it's also like we were watching a video of a guy. He looks straight down on PC. He looks straight down, and then all of a sudden the frames just go skyrocketing, and he can run super fast compared to somebody that's looking straight up.
Movement speed was tied to frame rate for some reason, which is why the frame rate was locked. And then they also they fixed it, but they fixed it in like the most backwards way.
Yeah.
So how did they fix it in the most backwards way?
What to my knowledge, there's an INI file which is like user settings, and they linked it to the INI file, which means you can't edit it anymore, which is where people have been using. They've been using that to change the field of view since they didn't add a field of view slider, even though you could just change like one. It's a mess. I know they have these two other projects coming up, but Todd Howard had said in interviews that they had like 90% of the people working on their games on Fallout 76, which it doesn't show.
No, yeah, you're right.
They said they had id Software and the other people that they have subsidized over the years, and they were working on it. And they were using things from that, but it just looks like a copy paste at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like well, there was the raid boss they have, which is like a giant bat. It's like a copy paste of the dragon with like a little bit updated animation, but it's like the dragon from 2012 game from Skyrim.
Yeah,
is like, it's kind of
Okay.
The foliage looks alright.
yeah.
So out of everything is like the foliage is like look.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do agree with like because there were a couple of streamers that they're like, so they have these long drawn out recordings to help you further with the story and what's going on, but you can't pause them and then pick them up again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a quest in the middle of it, it literally cuts it off, and you don't hear it about it anymore. You actually have to go back into it, and then you have to start listening to it again, and it's like 3-4 minutes.
There has to be multiple. Either they have multiple audio channels for that, and they're just using the same one for audio and some sort of atmospheric noise. But they should have them both going at the same time, or the audio should always take, or the audio thing should always take priority in that case. Because go back to Fallout 1 and 2, it's all about lore and reading, and now in this one you can't even talk to people. It's kind of like.
So you can't. Sorry. So you can't talk to anybody. So
meaning there's no
NPC.
No NPCs.
Right. So I anticipated because from everything that they were talking about at this past E3. So I was expecting that. So you can't really interact with anything. It doesn't feel as much of a lively.
Well, I mean, at some time it shouldn't. That's why when I was talking about it, I was hoping they had some sort of player-based role-playing mechanic where you could be a raider or a civilian or just like some sort of waste cop or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But they didn't do something like that.
Yeah, I think if they would have done something,
even if you had a tag on your name where you could just do damage to people. So if you were like a raider, you could kill anybody. If you're a cop, you can't kill civilians, but you can kill raiders. Or if you're a civilian, you could do what you want, and then you'll eventually get your own tag on that.
Yeah.
I don't know why they missed out on an opportunity like that.
Yeah, so I could definitely say there's probably a lot of room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably have
there's going to be a lot of room for improvement. I mean, I feel like if it's like anything like what I've heard from like Elder Scrolls Online and all that stuff, if they improve it, like it's going to be like kind of like a No Man's Sky kind of overhaul.
But they also have these two projects coming out soon. I don't know when Elder Scrolls is slated to release, but like Starfield, that's going to be a whole new step for them. And they have to worry about these games, but they also can't be worrying too much about 76 because, you buy it once and that's it. Yeah. So they can't. The initial sales are what usually generates a lot of the money, so they already missed that opportunity. Yeah. Like, does No Man's Sky talk about how much more money they made now?
I don't know, but I know, but they also, you got to remember, they went from like a shit game that didn't expect exactly what it was to what I think it was like 2 years later or a year or two later.
2 years later.
Yeah, 2 years later they addressed with Next, and then it's like a completely different game.
I still didn't like it so much. It was just like
it was alright for me. I never played the original, but for me it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I mean, for the couple of hours that I've played it, because I don't have that many friends online that play the same games that I play, so it's just I was like whatever. But I definitely recently I haven't really been playing that. Like 76 I want to play, but it's one of those games like you have to steep a little bit of time, because it's like you're right. It's very similar where it's like playing Fallout, but a lot faster pace with no NPCs, nothing like that.
It's not, like I said before, it's not a Fallout game. It's just in the same universe.
To me you're right. To me it doesn't feel like a Bethesda game. Yeah, it feels like a console dumbed down version of, I don't even know what it feels like. Well, it's just so weird. Like, honestly, it's really weird. It feels like, you know what? Probably the best way I could describe it. It feels like a dumbed down version of Destiny.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like a severely dumbed down version.
Yeah,
of
because
Destiny.
at least with Destiny, you can do, you don't have to necessarily be in a group of friends or whatever else. You can do a linear campaign.
Well, but what I mean by that, so in Destiny you have different quests and whatnot,
Yeah.
and when you're in the actual world, you see people wandering around, usually in the same area. The entire server room is all in one shot, and you can actually talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a
there
mic,
wasn't a push to talk.
there's no
first.
push to talk in it.
At
Really?
first, there wasn't.
Oh, they put it in now?
Oh, no, I don't think they patched it. I think they're doing that tomorrow, the 19th. They had something on their website. They're doing a bunch of patches for the 19th.
Yeah.
But after that, I don't think they have anything slated. So there's going to be like a week one patch, and then I don't know what they're going to do after that.
Well,
Probably
they'll
just put it aside for a little bit.
they'll probably figure out and get more feedback from the community of these are known issues.
It was really general, their patch notes. It was like, we're going to make it run better on PC, but it's like,
for the consoles.
like, what's
and
the
whatnot,
issue that you're working on? Is it foliage distance rendering, or
Yeah.
is it actually being able to run the game?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like their idea was good, but their execution was really poor.
Yeah.
It was pretty not great.
And you have to pay full retail price for that, right?
$60.
And if you go, and you can't buy it on Steam, which means if you bought it and pre-ordered it, you can't return it like within the 2-hour mark.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was going to be on Steam. But you have to buy. You go to their website, and then they'll push you to a different retailer. So you choose a retailer you want, like Amazon or Best Buy, and they'll push you to the website with all those, with all the things like standard edition, what console, or if it's for PC.
That's
And
weird.
the first one they the first one they choose for you in this drop down is like the $100 version. So if you accidentally
it's gonna
go
be
to
the
do
first
it,
one.
you'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'll just buy it," and then you don't realize that the standard was the first selected one. So it's kind of messed up a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know what Starfield's gonna be like, but this might. They want to keep the same engine for a reason, and they have all this built-in stuff that works for their games. But Fallout 76 ignores a good amount of it. Like, a lot of the stuff for the engine is NPC based. There's no NPCs. So, like, why would you...
I could see them like then coming out. There are some NPCs that but they're not like an interactive.
Yeah.
Like, they're either an enemy or a friendly.
One of the big ones they built on for Skyrim, and Oblivion too, but they built more onto it in Skyrim, was the fact that NPCs would interact with the world around them. Based on what you're doing. So if you're jumping or something, they'll be like, "Hey, watch out! Don't." If you have your magic out, they'll say like, "Hey, watch the magic." They'll go around to that.
But I feel like that would be really hard in a
MMO.
in an MMO. Like,
Ah.
I feel like they could take something from like World of Warcraft where it's just, hey, this is a shop. They do have that, but they also have it where there's no safe zones.
Yeah.
So if you want to go buy something in a shop, from what I've seen, like only like the 10 minutes I played, half hour or whatever I played, it's cool, but it's also just like you can have somebody just roll up on you in the middle of this area. It's not a safe zone, and you can get killed. Like when you're just buying something, you're not.
I thought the combat or the PvP in that game was like you have to shoot someone and then they shoot back and that'll start PvP like Borderlands.
I don't know. I really haven't tried it because where I am, there's nobody there.
Because in Borderlands, you'd melee someone, they'd melee back, and then they'd do a countdown. To my knowledge, it's
maybe.
Yeah, you like
Maybe, like I said, I haven't really tried it, so I don't know. But I know there's really no like borders or anything like that, or that I've seen.
They should have.
Normally, they have like if you go perfect example of that. You want to go play. You're in the overworld in the Division. You go to a safe house.
Mm-hmm.
That safe house, you can't kill anybody. You can't pull out your gun.
Right.
But it's
like town.
Yeah. But in this, you go into an area where there's a shop. I can still have my gun out. I can talk to people. I can do whatever. But I don't know if I can shoot anybody. But like I said, I wasn't 100%.
See, the PvE looks not fun because it's almost 2 shot for every enemy, and it's all the quests are just like the quests.
It's a general quest.
Yeah, like the Skyrim quest where they're like, "Oh, I heard there were bandits in this cave," and then it puts the cave on your map. That's something they built in the engine also. It's stuff you haven't explored. They'll make a quest for you to go explore it.
Yeah.
See, that actually sounds a lot better.
That's why they want to keep the engine.
Right.
Because they have all this stuff built in for their games that make their games great, except they took like half of the stuff the engine does out in Fallout 76, which doesn't make sense. So why wouldn't you just use a different engine if you don't want to use those things you've been building up to? I don't know.
All right, so final thoughts before we move on about Fallout 76.
I doubt it's gonna get good.
I think it will get. I think it will get better, but I don't think it will get better
It's gonna
until
get better
until like probably early next year.
Yeah, they're
Quarter one, quarter two.
I think they're just gonna.
They're
probably gonna take it and move on to Starfield.
You think so?
I think so.
All right.
There's not a lot you can do with the engine they have. You have to really work overtime for the extra stuff to be,
Well, if
out
they have,
before it's
like
not
if you,
worth
like
it
you said,
anymore.
if they have like 95% of their people working on
Well, they had. Probably because they had to meet the time deadline.
probably.
And they didn't have enough time to put stuff into.
All right.
I don't know.
All
It's a mistake.
Yeah.
It happened. It's over. Hopefully, people didn't get scammed out of too much money.
Hopefully.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Or
why
they're having
that's
fun
why
with
I
it.
didn't buy the Power Suit edition.
Yeah, it was
I'm
cool.
not that-
That was cool.
Well, yeah. Well,
If it was a good game.
they spent a lot of money because that edition was really cool because it was made by Weta Workshops, which worked on so many like good movies.
Excuse me.
Ghost in the Shell. Weta Workshop also worked on. Why can't I think of any of them? Lord of the Rings, that kind of stuff. They did a lot of armor and stuff like that, so it was really cool.
Yeah,
that was definitely worth it, but maybe not worth it because of the game.
But we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Like you said,
if they don't
Hopefully
fix it
improves.
by Q1 next year, it's not going to be worth buying.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be so many more games out in that February release date.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Smash.
So, Smash comes out in less than
Couple
2
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, that's right. I gotta finish paying it off on GameStop. I'm gonna buy the special edition.
Smash comes out right after the Game Awards.
Game Awards. That's a good transition.
Oh, okay.
See, this is what we can work on. We got to work on transition.
So the Game Awards. So Game Awards. You brought it up because you.
Yeah, this morning. I watched the nominees, and it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of one of the ones I didn't think I'd see was Celeste being talked about so much because usually indie games don't make a lot of the lists, but a lot of the lists have Celeste on it. Even Game of the Year. Yeah,
I have some of the things open right now. So they had Game of the Year, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
See, I'm really glad that an independent game is actually getting a lot more focus and light on it, because a lot of independent developers, they deserve the credit. They deserve to get their names out there.
And like I'm a bigger fan of indie games more than more AAA games. To be honest.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot more fun with indie games.
Oh yeah, because it's just like they design it. Video games supposed to be fun, not all about the biggest graphics, the biggest sounds, or whatever else like that. If you're not having fun playing a video game, who cares what the frame rate is while you're playing it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they also have the best independent game or indie game, Celeste.
I think that's a normal thing they usually do.
Dead Cells, Into the Breach, Return of Obra Dinn. Never even heard of it.
I don't know what
and The Messenger.
Messenger looked
Messenger is really,
we were
really
talking
fun.
about that
Yes.
Oh, you played it?
I did, yeah. I downloaded it on the Switch, so it's really, really fun. You start off with a Nintendo 8-bit kind of
I saw some
graphics.
gameplay. It looked really fun.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult, and the difficulty progression is actually very interesting because it stays on par with as you progress. Then you finally get into the 16-bit. That's where it gets a little bit more difficult.
It's like, and one of my favorite games is up there is Dead Cells.
Yeah,
that game's a lot of fun.
That game was simple, clean, and
nice Metroidvania type game.
Roguelike.
Roguelike. It's just so much fun. I played that. God, I probably had like 20-30 hours into that game.
That game was fun.
Like that game was one of the big games that I played for the year. Like I spent a lot of time with, and I didn't even beat it. Yeah,
those games are the ones that you can kind of zone out and just, even though it's difficult, you can still zone out and just play it and have fun with it.
Yeah,
you're it's like Tetris kind of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The harder it gets, you want, and
it's tough, but you're also zoning out at the same time.
Yeah,
you kind of like melding with the game a little bit.
One more time, gotta play it one more time. You've been playing the game for 5 hours.
Yeah. I want to do one more run. One more run.
But God of War, since it came out so long ago, I feel like it's gonna not get as much credit.
Well, I mean, you look at it in most of the because we have it pulled off to the side. Most of the actual categories, I mean, majority of it is Call of Duty. I mean, not Call of Duty.
Call of Duty was only in a couple.
Yeah, it was only in a couple, which is thank God. But God of War, Red Dead, and Spider-Man.
And
those
Assassin's
are the
Creed.
And Assassin's Creed for a couple of them, but I feel like it's those big three.
Those are two of those are PS4 exclusive.
Yeah,
which is crazy to me.
Yeah, and I think
Spider-Man should win everything. That's my personal opinion.
I love God of War.
God of War was great. I enjoy God of War a lot.
I usually don't like the single player story games too much because
That's me too.
I just kept wanting to play.
They did an
overhaul.
that
combat was so good.
Combat was great, especially with
Sounds,
I love the camera angle. That was my favorite part of that whole game. I still think I'm always a Nintendo guy, Xbox guy, and never really been a big PS fan. But damn, that game is good.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Spider-Man. It's just like both of those games, like they have their differences, but I still think that the direction that the devs did with God of War, I would not be surprised if it won every single award that it's.
That combat was so unique.
The combat was great, but I love the fact matter that everything, they called it the one-shot mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was one shot. You're looking at the log in the beginning, like in the start menu. As soon as you press the start menu, it pans out and you see Kratos, and you're like, "Oh shit, that was part of the game."
The armor upgrade.
Yeah, even the upgrade. Yeah. Everything pans out and does everything.
One camera.
There's no cutting. Even all of the cutscenes, they're technically not cutscenes. They're part of the game.
Yeah, you just lose control of it.
Yeah, you just lose control.
It walks with the same camera angle.
That's
into it. Yeah, it's amazing. So
the whole game is a great, great, addition.
And the QuickTime events were fun too.
Yeah,
because the payoff was all the animations that followed it.
Oh yeah.
So you're spamming the circle button, and then he just takes this rock and throws it right on a guy. You're like, gosh, darn.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Really but I like even when you beat the game.
Yeah.
That they also have the option that you can go back and play everything, and it's just.
So much love.
You're walking through the credits, and it's just crazy. Like the whole thing was just so good.
You can tell the devs loved doing it.
Oh yeah.
They probably had painstaking. They probably stayed after work just to make sure the game was done the way they wanted it.
Yeah.
Which is what you want to see in a game,
Absolutely.
I actually really don't have much of an opinion on that. I've only played like a couple of minutes of the game, but from everything that I saw, graphic wise, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
You need to take the winter break or whatever. You need to take a weekend and just fucking bear down and fucking play that game.
3?
Oh, yeah.
That's 4 now. You said
that's true. Yeah.
No, but I was lucky enough to get injured, so I was not able to move.
I'm sorry, did you say lucky enough?
Yeah, because then I played masochist. I played God of War that whole time. I couldn't move from my bed. So
God, I'm such pain that I'm playing.
It was like me when I had surgery. I had surgery on the 28th, and the Switch and Legend of Zelda came out on the 3rd, and I was laid up in bed for 2 weeks, and I couldn't move. Perfect. And I beat the game in in a couple hours.
Dude, oh my god, that's the game I played like 60 plus hours into. I love
70
that.
Hours.
So you got plenty of games to play when you get injured.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so perfect. I just gotta like, all right, there is a tree. I'm gonna hit my head.
Hoping. Boom. Let's go. Come on. Not life threatening, but still. Come on, right.
Just an injury where I can be held up and play video games all day. I would say mine would be thank God. Yeah, no, knock on wood.
I don't do it. It's gonna mess the microphone up.
No, exactly. If he doesn't want my cell phone on there, he doesn't want me knocking on wood. But I would say
lately.
I would say I would want Spider-Man to win only because I did play throughout, and I do want to get all the DLC, which I haven't yet.
Win what? Game of the Year?
Just everything. I don't know. Game of the Year, I personally, that would be my perfect thing.
There are some games that did some other things better. I think he shouldn't go right down the board.
I mean, that's just my personal preference. Yeah. Obviously, I would want to see, do a full dissection of all the games that are on there, but I like the gameplay. The storyline was amazing. The music... transitioning from being like at a stop or a walk to a run, it follows your movements.
Even the battles in between.
Exactly.
They have what's it called in there too? You did what's the game? Octopath Traveler.
Yeah,
that's in the sound direction because I was watching a video. I can't remember the guy's name on YouTube, but he does where they break down things that happens in the game. He was doing one on sound design, and they talked about how Octopath Traveler it has the same boss theme because most RPGs do, you know, like a battle theme. But it'll take the surrounding music and work it into the boss theme. So it's like every time you do a different boss, you're in a different area. It's got different music.
Oh, that's cool.
But it'll transition into the same boss theme, but with like different instrumental stuff. Which I
definitely. Oh, it's not even on this.
No, that's audio
design.
Yeah, there's another one for music and like
best score / music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It was Celeste, God of War, Marvel, Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni.
That's like a Japanese RPG.
Yeah, Octopath Traveler and Red Dead Redemption. I think
Octopath. I never played it, but I've heard a lot of the music and it's amazing.
Yeah, Octopath is definitely like. It's just even the graphic wise, it was amazing.
It's on for art direction too, I think.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's got a really cool art style.
Oh yeah,
it's got a great art style.
I played it. I didn't get too far into the story, but I played it for about a good 10 hours. Mm-hmm. That game is a lot of fun. Like there were certain parts of it that were just really hard, but I love the idea of a 16-bit game that's 3D.
Right.
Yeah. So it's everything in the world is all 16-bit, but then it still has things like at first, like when I first played like the demos and stuff like that, I was just like, I don't know, maybe I'll get it. I'll why not, you know? And then I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna play it, and man, was I happy that I did. Mm-hmm. Like I got really into it. I really started getting the story. I like how even though it's called Octopath Traveler because you have 8 different characters. Mm-hmm. You actually can get all 8 of those characters and you can play as them. But you could start off in different stories.
Right. So
you start off with the story of the warrior. Then you pick up this person, then this person, then this person. But you could start off in any one of those and you can play through that complete story arc, or you can play through all 8 of the story arcs.
Right, so it's like a different game every single time.
Yeah.
That's
but you can
that's pretty cool.
But meaning like you can play through all 8 of the story arcs in one shot. You don't have to go back and restart it.
Oh.
You can actually just put that person as the head of your team, and you can use that as your whole thing. It's really cool.
Is it indie game? I don't
know. No,
it's
so, Square Enix.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's a Square game.
It gave me kind of the vibe of
they started that game, 2-3 years ago? They put out a prequel demo for E3, and they just said there was no art, nothing. It just said Octopath Traveler demo, and it was only on the 3DS because the Switch didn't come out yet. So then they were like, oh, when the Switch came out, then they're like 2 months before the game comes out, we got a little bit more information. Oh, here's another demo. This is for the Switch version. But they have it on the 3DS and the Switch, which is really cool. And it's pretty much the same game. And it can run on the same thing, so I was just like, wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's why I like the art style. Like, a really cool art style like that, but it'll run. It doesn't age either, you know, like Wind Waker doesn't really have like a super... well, maybe now because it's standard edition. But
well, I mean, the HD remake on the Wii U is actually really, really phenomenal. And that's actually coming from me, and I hated the art direction originally when Wind Waker came out. Like, it was like, cell shading? Bullshit. This is crap. I don't want to do anything with it.
You must have loved Twilight Princess when they went back
actually,
to
I did, yes.
Yeah. I loved it too.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
I still love the art direction of Wind Waker, and even the ones on the 3DS with the stylus.
Right.
Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks maybe not my favorite game ever, but it's still probably some of the best additions to the series.
It's good to shake it up every now and then. Instead of doing the same thing every single game.
Well, like
we'd only have 79 people in the new Smash if that didn't come out.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
It could have been Waluigi.
Yeah.
It could have been
Wind Waker killed Waluigi.
I am telling you, there's going to be DLC. Because
I still think he's going to be DLC.
No, he's a trophy. New characters only for the DLC. That's it.
He's going to be a new character.
It's over.
It's done. Right. Eric has put the kibosh on it.
Why do people they're still hanging on to this? It's over.
Because if everybody complains enough, Nintendo will do it.
Nope. I don't think they've ever done that before.
We need a petition
what
sign.
Have they
get
ever
Waluigi
to
Smash.
For?
What?
A lot of times.
When?
Dude, like this whole entire game.
When?
What? As many years as this game has been in development?
And they've always listened to their fans, because for Nintendo, fans are number one. Sony
gameplay is number one with Nintendo.
Wait.
Always.
Okay, wait.
Not fans.
Sorry. Just realized.
Pump the brakes.
So remember how we were talking about PlayStation before?
Yes.
Did you guys hear the news that Sony is not going to be at
Yes, E3.
E3 2019?
They don't really mention a lot of stuff at E3 typically either.
Well, but think about it.
That's a big showcase.
I was reading something the other day. Somebody, I think it was Carlos, posted on SharePlayer 1, and apparently they had like Sony is a shit show right now because E3 2018 was a shit show for them. Right. They didn't show anything.
Well, they didn't need to.
Well, The Last of Us, they showed.
Yeah.
They already had all these freaking games.
Yes, but they never announced any of them. Mm-hmm. They just showed more trailers. They
Last of Us,
yeah,
too.
But it's just trailers. Same thing with because they showed a trailer for Last of Us last year also. It was a teaser trailer, and that's it. They didn't show anything else. But it's just like it's craziness. All of this, like Sony, like they're also saying, Red Dead Redemption plays better
on Xbox
One X. Why is that? Even though the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro very similar, the fact of the matter that the PS4 Pro is less. What did they say? I think it was less than the actual. It's less than the like half the resolution than the Xbox One S. The Xbox One X. It was just crazy to me. Usually they're right around the same ballpark. Maybe one's a little bit better than the other.
So you think they got butthurt just because of that?
Oh, I think they got... No, I don't think it's just that. But they're like some of their sales have gone down a little bit because of it.
There's certain things. If their sales are going down, wouldn't you actually have that be more of a reason to show up at E3 and do a better job?
Because I guarantee you they don't have a new system.
Well, I mean,
true.
I think that's the reasoning why they don't. They were going to show the new PS5 or whatever it is at next year's E3, but they're still 2 years out.
Right.
2-3 years out.
And
I would not be so the Death Stranding.
Yeah. That's gonna be that better be an amazing game for the way.
Guarantee you, I'm gonna say it here first. Guarantee you that Death Stranding and Last of Us 2, they're gonna be the new systems.
Oh.
Yeah.
You really think that they're gonna do that?
Oh, they're gonna totally fuck us. They're totally gonna screw us.
No,
I think
people have been anticipating Death Stranding for such a long time. You really think they're gonna put in a new system?
I think they might do it. I could see it coming out on this system, but like only on its last legs.
I mean, that would be a good...
unless they say that this because I think that didn't they do a new trailer or something like that? Or they
they had gameplay.
Death Stranding aren't they gonna do it at the game show awards?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe they're gonna have an announcement then.
Maybe because I forgot the guy's name that hosted it. Oh god, whatever. But he said there's gonna be a lot of announcements during that.
So then
this is becoming more of an E3 now.
Yeah, the Game Awards.
A little bit more, not as big as E3 obviously, but announcements are getting spread out almost to any show that goes on.
Well, yeah, which is
you
good.
want as many eyes on what you're doing.
Yeah, because you also want to have the solo spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
E3, you have to share the spotlight with a lot of people,
right? And
it's usually people just saying, "Oh, PS4 won this and Xbox won that," but like they're not talking about the games rather.
And that's what
a
lot
about the company
accolades and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
And that's why a lot of people are also saying that Sony might be doing their own expo.
Bethesda has their own. Sony would have their own. Who else has their own?
I would definitely go see Bethesda.
Xbox, they don't actually show at E3. They actually show beforehand. Yeah. Same thing with EA. They show before E3 starts.
And Xbox has actually really been doing very well as in trying to get back in the favoritism of gamers because
I still think that
all those indie developers.
They have a lot of indie developers that are on board with them, and they can keep getting a lot of indie developers, which is good because then they can have the more exclusive games. Like they have Bluehole for PUBG, and that's I think it's still an exclusive. They haven't announced that it's going to go to the PlayStation, right?
I'm not sure.
But, I mean, yeah, it's nice that they're having a lot of their exclusives, but it's also, I think their next step is their new system, but they're going to be doing it as a streaming service.
I can see that.
Because that's what they said. Because that's where this is going. So the video games, there's going to be no longer physical copies. No more game that we can bang on the desk, get it scratched. It's going to be on a dedicated server somewhere in California.
That's gonna aggravate the hell out of me.
But it's a streaming service. They're actually in Japan. They're actually doing that same thing with the Switch. People are playing the Switch. They're playing like Red Dead or something like that on like as a streaming service, and they're like beta testing it on the Switch. Yeah,
that's interesting.
So like or something very similar. Maybe it might not have been Red Dead. It may have been something else. I don't remember exactly what game. But they were showing like these games that are so you have to download it onto your system. Sometimes you can get corrupted. Sometimes whatever. This they're gonna have it on dedicated high PCs, all this other shit, and just as long as you have a good internet connection, kind of like with the like when we did it with Share Player One, our episode. He sent over the controls and everything so we can play the game on our end, but he has the game which is in California.
Right.
That same kind of streaming service. I think that's what the Xbox is saying, because that's also going to cut cost, so the system itself will be cheaper.
Right.
It's going to act like a Steam machine, sort of.
It's exactly what it's going to act like, and it's going to be like $200.
I like the price.
And I think it will be a burn.
If it's $200, they would do a streaming service. Like, you can play literally every game that you
have
to pay $30 a month or something.
Well, no, they already have something like that. It's called Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Game Pass, but they're going to literally put everything on it.
But you also need the access to the console itself.
Yeah, but you need the console, and then it comes with 6 months of this streaming service. It's going to be the Netflix of video games. And if Xbox can do that, console war done.
They already have it integrated on PC too.
Yeah, and because Microsoft also has it on the PC, so it's going to be it's literally going to take this console war that everyone's Xbox, Sony. Now it's just going to be Xbox is all the way up here, Sony and Nintendo are down here somewhere.
Right.
Sony's a little bit next step, but if Sony doesn't get this next system the same, like if they're gonna go with like, it's gonna be more powerful than the Xbox One X, who gives a shit when I can stream it on a $200 system instead of paying $700 or $800 for that system that can probably cook a hamburger for me, and that's about it.
I wonder if you can choose what you can ping it to. Like if you can choose ping it to your computer. So you would be able to run on your computer that you spent a lot of money on, and like for a cheaper.
That would be really. It
also could use. I'm trying to think, maybe they would use your power. Like in mining for cryptocurrency. You kind of share your power to mine for it. So like you have the algorithms going in your computer. Yeah. So some people will put some sort of malicious software on there to use your computer as a miner for. Cryptocurrencies. I'm wondering if they'll use everybody's shared power to run a game, to spit it back out to the people.
Probably.
I mean, that probably.
That's like a lot of quantum computing shit, though.
Yeah.
Stuff. You cursed.
What is that?
I said the S word before.
What is the S word?
I said ass a lot.
Ass.
When I was talking about the ass game.
That's I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. About
like next level. It's gonna be next level technology.
I'm probably gonna be stuck in my old man ways about that. I want a physical copy of stuff. I don't want to have to be connected to the internet in order to play games.
Well,
that's gonna aggravate the hell out of me.
Nintendo.
Which is probably why I'm going to be sticking with Nintendo. If it's going to go the way that,
but
then I'm probably going to be becoming more of a Nintendo. As much as I love Nintendo now, I would become an even bigger Nintendo.
But they're still going to have. That's why I'm saying they're going to offer a streaming service, that's what they're going to offer. There's going to be two different versions. There's going to be a streaming version, and there's going to be a normal version.
I'll pick up the normal version then. All right, I love Xbox again.
The streaming version is going to save you money at the end of the day, though.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but I want the convenience. I'll pay an extra couple bucks or whatever to pay for the convenience.
Even if it's $200, $300 more?
It's my money.
Let's say they do the Game Pass, and it's like maybe $20 a month to have access to all these games. Maybe not all of them, but a good chunk of the games, because there's licensing and stuff. Versus buying a console outright for $400 and buying the games on top of it. You're going to save money at the end of the day.
I know that well, again, this is where I become really just, I put my hooves in the ground and I don't move, because I still want the physical copies. I don't want to have to be, because what happens if my internet goes down? Now I have to call up Optimum. I want to play my video games and I can't do it because I'm not connected to the internet. You all suck and I hate my life. No, I want to just grab a freaking CD.
I mean, nowadays you
and
kind of need internet to play single player games too, which is kind of.
Well, I mean, so for a lot of games, like the Division, Fallout 76 and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, if I wanted to play Halo and just freaking go around just killing grunts and just seeing birthday parties and going, yay, I want to do that.
See, this is going to be an issue for PS or PlayStation in general because Xbox and PlayStation, they don't really have much to offer as far as the console goes. It's more about the games you can play.
Yeah, right,
and
that's like
exclusives.
It's the service and the games. And then Nintendo's going to be sitting there with the, I don't want to call it a gimmick, but it's like, you have these cool controllers that you can use in a specific way that makes the console itself a game.
Yeah, but
that's going to bring Nintendo up depending on if Xbox does something like this. So Xbox is going to drop everything but the controller. And it's gonna have more ease of access versus PS4 just staying standard, and it's gonna have Nintendo with
And also, did you? I know, we could talk about since you're talking about the unique controllers. I mean, Xbox also released that controller that for people with disabilities.
I wrote an article about that on the news.
Yeah, which I think is a really cool idea, and it's good for Xbox because they have. I mean, they're backed by Microsoft. Microsoft, out of all the PCs in the world. When you talk about PC, you're talking about a Microsoft product.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. You talk about a PC, you're talking about a Microsoft product. So, I mean, think about how many PCs there are out there. And Microsoft also now has a video game system. So, it's like, it kind of goes hand in hand. It's just like, Microsoft has the money behind it.
Yes.
Sony, Sony makes TVs. They make other products. I would not be surprised if Samsung or somebody else or like Apple makes a video game system in the next couple of years.
Google's actually trying to do that.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what they could do? Sony and Microsoft could team up in a way.
Well, but Sony will never do that.
Yeah, no, Sony.
Sony won't do it, but I bet you Google would go with Microsoft or like somebody will go. I would
Steam
not.
even?
Yeah, Steam, something like that. I could
sense.
definitely see that. Like, I could totally see, like, Google signing up with Xbox, and hey, you get exclusive deals on Xbox games that can play anywhere.
They're definitely going to be using Google servers. So they're already teamed up at this point. The only thing, though, is Google tends to take something that's working and is popular and makes it better and then sells it as such.
Right.
That's usually what Google does. But I'm I'm more than sure that most of the cloud servers are Google run. So they probably have specific ones for
I could actually,
games.
honestly, I could see, because Microsoft has Bing. Everyone hates Bing, whatever.
I don't hate Bing. I despise it.
Bing's alright.
But I could see then, instead of Google going with Microsoft because they have to compete with them, I could see Google going with Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Or Google going with Nintendo.
Well, the good thing is that Google is the is the wild card, so they can literally go with anybody and everybody be like, "Ooh, Google, okay."
Yeah.
Really doesn't matter.
You
Nintendo,
have to check the hierarchy
Sony.
because Alphabet is the owner. And, I check the hierarchy. I'm sure there's like some sort of thing where they've worked with Microsoft and Sony before, and they can judge based on that.
Yeah, past relationships. Yeah, we did kind of go on a tear right there.
That's all right.
All right, so what's next up?
Next up is that's funny. I actually wrote it twice. Thanksgiving.
Turkey Day.
Yep.
I love Turkey Day.
Here in the States.
Oh yeah, that's right. Here in the
Canadian
United
Thanksgiving. When is that?
On Canada Day.
No, well, I don't think so.
It might have already.
Yeah, I think it passed. Right?
It already passed.
I don't know. Well, happy Canadian Day and Thanksgiving.
Canadian Thanksgiving.
It's Canadian Thanksgiving.
What? Just because it happens in Canada, it's Canadian Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Ours is called regular Thanksgiving.
Why not American Thanksgiving?
No, it's just Thanksgiving.
What do they call it in China? Chinese Thanksgiving? Do they have a Thanksgiving?
Probably
Do they have
not.
pilgrims?
Dude, they eat dog.
Jeez.
Well, if there's any Chinese listeners out there, I apologize.
20% accurate as usual. That's the theme of our podcast. 20% accurate.
That's usually my life.
Or cat. Thanksgiving.
That dim sum was amazing. My girlfriend's having a shit fit. 5. All right. So, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
You go first, Eric. I always go first.
Probably just eat dinner and watch football.
That sounds amazing.
What else do you do? You eat dinner and you watch football.
Well, what
Yeah,
are
that's
the
fair
games? I forgot what the games are.
Thanksgiving games?
Yeah.
It's usually Cowboys.
Oh, I thought you meant like video games.
No.
I'm
Oh
like,
my
You
god.
can play
You're
that.
killing
You
me,
can make
alright?
it whatever you want.
No, I was trying to be actually serious about the football games.
Football games are usually Cowboys. I think it's
Well,
Cowboys.
yeah, it's Cowboy. It's usually Dallas and Detroit, but I just don't remember who's playing. Like, because there's always another game too.
Yeah, they have a doubleheader. Usually
triple
Green Bay
header.
plays. Green Bay typically.
No, Green Bay doesn't play.
They played last time.
No.
That's
Well, yeah,
when,
they
that's when
played-
he had that like 60-yard Hail Mary into Detroit. I mean, against Detroit's defense, and they got the touchdown. That was alright. And then Baltimore played another year. I can't remember which year it was. Who's playing this year?
3 years ago?
Yeah,
hold
I remember
on, I'm getting it,
won,
I'm
they were all
getting
eating
it, I'm
turkey,
getting
They
it.
were like hanging out. Yeah. No, the guy got a really good punt return or kickoff return, and then he ran over and took a turkey leg and he started eating. I forgot his name, but he's funny.
All right, so we have Chicago at Detroit.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago.
You have Washington Redskins versus Dallas, and then the night game is the Falcons versus the Saints.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
It should be good.
That's all divisional games.
yeah, they're all divisional games.
So that's gonna be good.
That'll be interesting.
I'll be excited to watch the Bears.
I'm gonna be
The
watching
Bears.
all day.
The Bears.
So we got Chicago and the Bears. Okay,
The
so
Bears.
dinner.
Come on, please. Do you know what that is from? Okay,
Oh,
thank
Mad
you.
TV.
All right.
Go
whatever.
back eating your dinner and watching.
What are you
your
doing,
football.
HA?
Your food posed the devil, Bobby Boucher. So, probably just do like roughly the same thing. I don't really watch football anymore on Turkey Day. So we,
Awkward family conversations.
not really awkward family conversations. We just talk about sex a lot. Oh, that's probably awkward.
Yeah, a
Okay,
little bit.
yeah, probably a little bit. Okay.
7? No.
I said
Sex?
sex isn't
I know.
there. Good
I'm
lord.
just busting chops.
Fuck. Now it's 7.
7.
Yay! So probably just get there early, have a couple beers, eat dinner. What we usually do also is that we bring out our guitars. I actually play it at Thanksgiving too, instead of just using it as a prop. So it's actually a lot of fun. So that's what happens when you have a family full of musicians. We eat dessert,
Cool.
we play some guitar, play some music.
Get drunk.
Yeah, no, get drunk because that's definitely on the docket every Thanksgiving. So, what about you, brother?
Well, this year we're going. Usually we have it at my house because the last couple of years we had my brother-in-law. They lived up a lot. My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law lived above us, but this year they moved to a bigger place, so we're gonna go over there,
Oh,
smoking some turkey. We they're doing a regular turkey. I'm smoking a turkey.
Cool.
Which I've been doing the last couple of years, and it pretty much the regular turkey no one eats, and then like the smoked turkey is pretty much picked to the bone.
You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, actually, it was my uncle's recipe because he lives down south, in Texas, and he smokes turkeys like all the time. And he gave me a good Cajun recipe for it. It's freaking delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of like cayenne pepper, paprika. Thing you sit in the fridge for a couple hours for overnight, and then you do injection mold and whatnot. Oh yeah,
Cool.
it's like 3 hours in the smoker, and the thing is done.
Oh.
It's awesome, and it's like perfect. But we're gonna go over there. They got a couple of friends coming over. And we'll probably play some football. They're doing.
Cool.
I think they're doing a 5K in the morning. I was like, why?
Obviously, they're gonna build an appetite. Dude.
No, so I think my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my wife, they're all doing a 5K in the morning, and I was like,
That's awesome.
amen for you guys. I am not doing it because I am fat and out of shape. And then usually with for my side of the family, we come over either the day before that weekend, so we'll probably be going over next weekend and coming here and hanging out and making turkey.
Cool.
So, and we watch football.
Hey, fair enough. Traditions are traditions.
Now, since we're on the thing of Thanksgiving, do you guys go shopping for Black Friday? Do you go out?
My girlfriend does.
She does. You do? Why?
Why not?
Massive humanity. I would never want to do that. So,
Why?
Black Friday, we can talk about the deals.
You get to beat freaking old women to the freaking best things,
No.
best prices. Like,
Did you know
beating
that there's like an article out there that says that some of the deals that they put out aren't actually good deals.
Mm-hmm. I've read that
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Like, and it's not what
You gotta watch.
you gotta watch.
Yeah.
Well, that's why
My girlfriend is an an Olympian when it comes to shopping. Oh my god. She can find the best prices. She can find exactly what you're looking for.
And that's why I also stay home and I do Cyber Monday. I've gotten so much cool shit on Cyber Monday, man.
Oh yeah.
For like half price. It's great. I
I
love it.
haven't done. I gotta do
Cyber Monday is really good, especially with Amazon and stuff like that.
That's good.
You can get some pretty good deals on like I remember working at GameStop
Oh god, that must have been terrible.
on Black Friday and it sucked.
I worked one Black Friday and that was at Target, and I wanted to kill myself on that day. That was terrible.
So
See, people
since
are a bunch
we're
of
since
fucking
we're a
zombies.
gaming channel, are there any good
8.
yeah? Are there any good gaming deals that you guys were looking at possibly?
Well, I know that GameStop is actually having a couple of deals off of the Xbox One S and the PlayStation Pro. You get $100 off, so they're about $200 now. So that's from now until Wednesday. So if you guys want to get a really decent deal on one of the current gen systems, if you don't have it yet, definitely take a look at GameStop. That's what I know off of the bat. What do you know? Besides a lot of stuff.
I don't really know.
Okay, fair enough. I'm trying to give you credit here.
You could always go on to places like Reddit, and they'll probably have some good deals for you.
Yeah, well,
Updated
Eric
stuff.
told us about a web what is it, Reddit
Games deals? Is it games
console deals,
Console
and
deals.
it shows a whole big table of actually all the deals and all the different games that are on deals in different websites. I think it's Target. Let's see where it was Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and GameStop. GameStop one obviously doesn't show because it's stupid. Yeah.
Well said,
So,
sir. Well
Always
said.
check Reddit for deals.
Yeah,
There
you
you
can
go.
do Reddit for deals. Some of the deals that I've seen, PlayStation Plus for 12 months at Best Buy is $39.99 instead of its normal $60. They have a lot of good deals on if you guys are into EA games. A lot of the EA games are like half off or like $20 off. I mean, yeah, you got a lot of different things. Crew 2 is $20. That was a $60 game that came out a couple months ago.
Okay.
What are some other ones that I've seen that I was like, oh, interesting? Oh, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's $30 off, half off, $29.99.
That's not
Most
bad.
places. Red Dead Redemption comes with some really cool little things. Rainbow Six Siege Advanced Edition, $25 at Best Buy. Yeah, just you could look around, you can find some really cool things and whatnot. Just really going off, just trying to see what else. Yeah, there's Madden. Like I said, all the EA games, they're all on sales. You could probably also find some sales on the systems themselves. They all started their Black Friday deals.
Yep.
Started this week. Actually, probably starts more and more tomorrow. That's week of Thanksgiving. So we usually record this on a Sunday. So tomorrow's Monday, so it'll be the 19th.
Yep.
Usually that's when they start. I know Amazon's been doing their stuff for about a couple days already.
Yeah, they have some pretty decent deals on there too.
So
I'll be doing the news again. That's been gone for a few weeks, but I figure we're gonna bring it back. So I'll be putting some articles up about some really decent shopping, some information on Thanksgiving, holiday games, things like that. Try to put some links in there for you guys for some ease of the newer systems like the Xbox and the PlayStation. Try to get you some games also, some really good deals.
Cool.
But yeah. So, other than that, what else do we have on the docket? I think that might be it.
that is it.
That is it. Okay, well, that was more definitive than I would like. So, but, alright, do you guys have any final thoughts you want to talk about?
VGAs have a lot of esports stuff in it now, which is cool. They used to have one thing for esports, I think.
Nice.
So they have a lot they have best coach, best team, best final, best player.
Nice.
So keep an eye on that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's on the rise, boys.
Yeah, I got. What channel is it on?
VGAs.
Yeah,
It's usually on.
Is it Spike?
I think
Yeah.
they stream it.
Do they stream it?
I don't
thought
think
it was-
Spike's a channel anymore.
Really? Did Spike Lee sue it so bad that it became an like non-entity?
I think they did that when they only played cops.
Huh. Interesting.
It looks just like Twitter and stuff.
So I guess it just
Scroll down.
Watch it live on your phone, TV.
I think they're just streaming it.
Yeah, they're probably just streaming it.
What is that? No, go back up. You passed it.
Just Chinese feed.
Up.
Chinese feed?
Up again. Yeah, right there.
Mixer,
okay.
Twitch, Facebook
YouTube,
Live.
Twitter, Facebook Live, Twitch, Steam, PlayStation, Xbox Live,
Xbox
Mixer,
Live. Sweet.
IGN, GameSpot. Yeah, they have it all on
So it's probably on.
reputable.
Yeah.
That's
places.
cool.
Not
there's a
on
lot of
TV though.
places. Yeah,
I mean, you probably get way more people watching it on.
online, yeah.
Yeah.
TV's kind of going the way of the dodo bird these days.
Yeah.
Well, especially for stuff like this.
Yeah. So when is one of the VGAs again?
December 6th.
December 6th.
That's gonna be exciting.
That's gonna be
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Ooh, merch.
Ooh.
What?
Get your merch.
We don't have.
They also have the they're doing a Game Awards for students of like game developers students.
Oh, cool.
So they're having a panel with Todd Howard and Hideo Kojima. I don't think they mentioned anybody else, but they're going to be judging student games, and then,
Cool.
That's pretty cool. They're really reaching out, expanding. I think they're slowly realizing how much more people are viewing stuff like this.
No, yeah, whatever.
And hopefully it's not mad cringy.
Like
Like most of the stuff are.
If it's gonna be like this early in the process, it might be. So
No,
it's just
they've been
time.
doing Game Awards for a while. This is like more. They're taking a better approach to it now.
Oh no, I'm just saying going with the whole student route, that might be a little cringy, but.
Oh, well, if they bring the students up,
Mhm.
yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Or they'll just have Todd Howard come out and talk about the game.
See, that'd be
Probably.
I like
Yeah.
that idea.
And then he'll
yeah.
get booed.
Yeah.
Endlessly booed. Yeah, I don't know if they want to bring Todd Howard out.
Probably not. Probably not. So, Matt, any final thoughts on anything?
No, not really. I mean, we've been just really excited for Smash.
Smash
Really
is going to be
excited.
great. So we can plug our tournament again. So we still
Yes.
haven't come out with the final date, but we are working on it.
We're
working
trying.
on,
We're really trying. Hopefully soon we'll figure out exactly when. But like I said, we're aiming for end of December, beginning of January, sometime within a couple of weeks of each other. It's a teams of two tournament going on. We'll figure out all the details of. Once we get the game, we'll figure out a lot of the details of how we're gonna do the tournament and how it's gonna be viewed. But we'll be doing probably a Twitch stream, and probably that weekend, if we're doing a podcast, we might do a stream here through. Maybe we'll get Ryan to come down on that weekend.
Yeah, we can do that.
And we'll do the four of us. We'll do a stream or something like that instead of a podcast. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
That sounds cool.
Without doubt, yeah.
I think that would be a good idea. Maybe I'll try to unlock some characters. Maybe him play some Jigglypuff.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Character tier list.
Yep.
Make a tier list up.
Yeah, we could figure it out. We could do some couple little videos. We'll figure something out like that. So, but yeah, we'll be definitely look forward to us. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, Facebook.
We're on.
All4Gamerz.
Yep. We're on All4Gamerz. We're on Twitch. So A4GZ1, not All4Gamerz1. He's still very upset about
Yes.
that.
Took me an hour and a half to find them.
But so we also want to do our shout outs. So for @Zarenho, who gave us the idea for the video game awards. Share Player 1 gave us the idea for the Doom that I completely botched up on, and I need to do more research. Either way, and of course, Ryan, he's the fourth gamer for the All4Gamerz team. He does all the streaming for on Twitch. So go follow him. Go follow Share Player 1. Follow Zarenho. So we have a lot of we're just constantly getting larger and larger. Our Twitter's gonna gaining speed. Our Instagram is gaining speed. So just let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Follow Matt's YouTube at Devoted Saint,
And on Instagram, Devoted
and
Saint.
his Instagram as well. I apologize.
Yeah.
Follow Eric. His Instagram is
E-Rock Schmidt.
Erock Schmidt, and that's his Twitter handle also. Also follow his Twitch also, which is
Elite Dive.
Elite Thighs, just
No
in case
space.
you guys didn't hear it. So
I haven't streamed in a while, but I'm planning on it.
Oh,
Especially when Smash comes out.
Yeah,
Awesome.
well, I'll be definitely streaming. Also, I'm also on Twitch. Also, so it's same thing. Devoted Saint. I'm on the same throughout everything. So if you put in Devoted Saint, you'll probably find me.
There you go. So Devoted Saint, Elite Thighs. So guys, thank you very much for stopping by this week's podcast. I've been AJ.
Matt,
Or
So we'll catch you guys in the next one.
peace.
Take care, guys.